Good afternoon to everyone watching. Welcome back. It's match 8 here at SUNY Purchase, New York. Welcome back to the CBTF USPL Phase 2. Thank you to our title sponsor, CBTF Speed News. When it comes to reliable gaming and cricket prediction, they're your choice. Thank you to our associate sponsor, MTR. Well, the toss happened off camera, but I want to call the winning skip, Carolina Eagles. Anand Jury, what have you chosen to do and why?
We'll be bowling first, and we just thought like the pitch is behaving a little bit up and down, so we wanted to capitalize on that. Let's see how it goes.
I know, coming in from a defeat last week, what was a talk with the team and also mention any changes you have?
We talked about learnings more than the loss. We talked about like what could we improve on, and we were still able to get them under 150, which was our target, and we did that. So we'll try to do the same, and restrict them under a good score. Yeah.
And any changes you guys have to the squad?
We do. We have 4 changes. We have Ikwe, Craig, Shrey, and Jigar coming in. That's a good bowling strength. So looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Well, all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to call the skipper of the NJ Titans, Naveen Stewart, coming in from a really good win, the last week. What would you have chosen to do if you'd won the toss?
We got to do exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to bat. Obviously, this is the third innings that would have been played here because the game that would have preceded before. So we were most comfortable batting first.
Absolutely. And we saw, a nice total in the first innings, but what's a total that you think would be good for the team to set?
To be honest, we don't really set any totals because, a small ground, beautiful surface here. We just try to bat in 5 over facets, the first 5, then take it as deep and keep wickets in hand is key for us. And we back ourselves to get anything in the last 5 overs between 70 to 100 in the last 5 overs.
Absolutely. Well, any changes to the squad?
It's funny that you asked that, Roshni, that we have a couple of forced changes. Guys who have performed last weekend have been snapped up by minor league teams, which is it's bittersweet. Obviously, would have played minor league before, and I know how happy some of those guys would have been to get in an opportunity. So, this is what this tournament is about. When you spoke to the organizers, they said that they want to give uncapped players, an opportunity of a lifetime, and we would have something here going good. Starting the second phase, we lost a few players to minor league, then a couple big performances last week. We lost a couple more, so we have a few changes, but we have some really good replacements. We have Daniel Williams, notably from Trinidad and Tobago, just came from a West Indies under 23 camp, and he'll be gearing up for us today.
Well, all the best to you and the team.
Thank you so much.
So the Carolina Eagles are going up the NJ Titans. Carolina Eagles have won the toss and they've chosen to bowl. Let's head back to the comm box.
So, want to welcome you back to game number 8. New Jersey Titans taking on Carolina Eagles with the news. Eagles have won the toss. They've elected to field first. We're just about a moment or so away from another big game. A day of events that will end with the Carolina Eagles and Titans game. A couple of big teams and some top players engaged in the battle on this one. So Carolina Eagles, they have won the toss. They've elected to bowl first. New Jersey Titans, captained by Navin Stewart. And Carolina Eagles, I would want to think, captained by Anand Churi. Anand Churi, the captain of Carolina Eagles. So here we go, the two captains on your screen. And here are the openers as they made their way to the middle. So Matt, another interesting game here. New Jersey Titans led by Navin Stewart. He's a top quality competitor. And his opposite partner, Anand Churi, likewise, but in between. A lot of big talents, a lot of popular names in US cricket. And we come down to the final match of today's game. And it's the Titans taking on the Eagles.
Yeah, game 2 of our doubleheader today at the SUNY Purchase ground. We saw the Texas Cowboys put in a very good performance against the Washington Seattle Hawks. New Jersey Titans will be looking to replicate some of that, what the Texas Cowboys did, setting a 197.
So we'll confirm the two openers in the middle. Could be Nicholson and Advait Jagannath. Daniel Williams, sorry. So Daniel Williams and Advait. We have seen Advait here before, Matt. And Pujan Modi usually starts. We'll confirm all those names, always trying to get all the players, many players to work with. So it looks like Pujan Modi will be the man to start. And we'll come into bowl to Advait Jagannath. So we're all ready and set. The umpires are Brian Kane and Venkat Raghupati. Umpires who have done the previous game at. We've seen some very sound call from these umpires. And the third umpire is umpire Irfan. So here we go. First ball of the second game. And this is match number 8. Pujan Modi runs into ball to Jagannath. Oh, that one has climbed to the keeper. And so a good start here from Pujan Modi. Things are on the way here.
Yeah, good delivery to start from Pujan Modi. Getting a fair amount of bounce on that one. First up to Advait. That's a good sign for any fast bowler. I'm sure Pujan Modi would love to see that from the pitch.
And Matty has hit the part of the pitch in which there are some bit of climb. Oh, bowled him. Might have been off the inside edge, but it doesn't matter. Jagannath goes without scoring second ball. Take a look. Yeah, a bit of an inside edge, but the first wicket goes down in just the second ball. Jagannath gone.
Opponent चाहे कितना भी strong, speed के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Matt, we would have seen Nicholson during the course of last year's Metropolitan League. May have played for strikers at one point, maybe not. And so he comes in here with a wicket already in the shade as this one outside the off stump. Our famous way to begin an innings, and it comes off an extra, comes off a wide.
Nicholson actually out of the National League. Believe he plays for MMZ. Has since moved on to a lot of these franchise tournaments around the country, but spends his local time with MMZ, one of the top franchises in the New York National League. This one is turned away for a single to get Daniel Williams on strike.
So a couple of runs on the board. Not great numbers, but when you look at they've lost the resources. Oh, it's high in the air off the bat of Daniel Williams. And look at this, on top of the road. And that has gone a long way. That's gone for 6.
Daniel Williams is a player that does not like to waste time going after it straight away. First ball he sees has put it onto the road. And Daniel Williams, I would have seen him for the New Jersey Stallions last year in minor league. Played only a couple of games, but one of the games against the Empire State Titans, he didn't score a lot, but he definitely had the intent as if he wanted to score quickly. And ever since then, I always knew this was a player that doesn't like to mess around, and on this occasion, seems as if he's in a mood today. First ball has been dispatched for 6.
Yeah, ball might have been straying down the leg side from Pujan Modi. So we'll wait for a replacement ball. Ball has gone, well, it's now being found And so we'll have to hold the replacement ball for the time being. Irfan. Saeed Irfan Atullah. Third umpire duties. Third umpire, Matt. It appears that sometimes the third umpire has a lot more work to do than the men out in the middle. What do the men out in the middle do? Count 6 balls?
Well, even sometimes they rely on the third umpire to tell them how many balls are left.
Yeah, you're right on that.
Just to confirm.
Even that they can't get right. So umpire Irfan, always the man taking. Oh, this one is struck and struck well from Daniel Williams. Couple of 6s. Take a look at this one. He clobbered this one into the offside. And followed through pretty nicely. A couple of 6s off the bat of Daniel Williams. He's off and running here. So Pujan Modi, Matt, an over of 2 tails. Got a wicket of Jagannath off the second ball, but look at what has happened after that. Oh, that's a climber. That's a good delivery from Pujan Modi. There is a spot in this wicket. If you hit that spot, it really flies. That's a very good delivery.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So we're back with the cricket. We've seen a very quick over in terms of how quick Daniel Williams have scored him at. 15 off the first over. Nothing wrong with the run rate. But we've seen the departure of Jagannath. Stray Palmer given the ball. And we'll come into bowl to Daniel Williams. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Smashed into the long on area. And that has gone a long way. That ball has traveled.
Daniel Williams, this is the play he is. Deals in 6s. And right away, great straight Palmer with 1 CBTF maximum. That one's gone a long way back. And he's gotten, despite the loss of Advait Jagannath, he has gotten the New Jersey Titans off to a brilliant start.
Yeah, he has struck 3 6s now. We saw a couple in the last over of the bowling of Pujan Modi. And now he has not allowed Stray Palmer to settle at all. The first ball, he takes him out of the park. And all of a sudden, pressure on the bowling team. 21 for 1. This is the second over. And there's a big appeal, umpire. Venkat says not out. And it's still 21 for 1, man. That's a good delivery. Good comeback delivery from Stray Palmer.
Yeah, much better ball. Not allowing Daniel Williams to free his arms on that occasion. Because we've seen how dangerous Daniel Williams is.
So quick start here from the Titans. And this one into the onside. Look at that. Another boundary off the bat of Daniel Williams. So he's taking things into his own hands here, and so far so good.
Swung away again by Daniel Williams. And you're right, dealing in boundaries at the moment, 25 for 1. It seems as if the wicket of Jagannath never fell with the way Daniel Williams is carrying on.
Yeah, they've really made up perhaps for the loss of Jagannath by enhancing the scoring rate. And it's up to 25 in just a second over. Palmer has gone for quite a few. Cut away. 4 more runs off the bat of Daniel Williams. What an exhibition we're seeing here of hitting and also playing along the ground, Matt.
Yeah, some very good shots here from Daniel Williams. 14 off the over already from Stray Palmer, and just 4 deliveries have been bowled. This is exquisite stuff from Williams. We've seen brute strength for him to hit 3 6s, and now just simple placement to get that one away for 4.
Yeah, using the pace of the ball. And Matt, we've seen Stray Palmer so many times. Can't remember or recall that he's gone for so much in just 4 balls. He's gone for 14 in just 4 balls. And that is perhaps we haven't seen him bowl to Daniel Williams in the past. So it's a different kettle of fish to handle today. Here is Stray Palmer to Williams. And Williams plays and misses his first ball that has really beaten the bat. Otherwise than that, we've seen bat-beating ball in this over and also the over from Pujan Modi.
Yeah, minor little victory there from Stray Parmar. But that one a bit of a risky one as well, giving Williams width again. This time, although, wasn't able to connect.
Yeah, Daniel Williams have given the Titans a massive start, a very rapid one. Oh, look at that. It's in the air. Fielder takes the catch. And the enterprising knock of 26 from Daniel Williams has come to a close.
Yeah, looking to go again, Daniel Williams. This time, not getting all of it. Easy catch in the end. And Stray Parmar goes for 14, but picks up the wicket. 29 for 2, the Titans.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको भी हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अभी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज टीम अपडेट्स स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead
Can't put a price on a wicket of Daniel Williams' caliber. Here is Rashikesh Amin. He's a quality spinner. We've seen him in phase 1. And he's been used quite effectively by Caolina Eagles in the past. He's a competitor. And he knows his stuff. He's a quality leg spinner. And a couple of good balls here to Ewart Nicholson. He picks up his second run and brings Sunil Kumar on to strike for the first time. New batter out to the middle. They've lost the wicket of Advait Jagannath and they've lost the wicket of Daniel Williams. Williams really entertained us while he was out in the middle briefly. And he fell quickly for 26. It's 30 for 2. Always when a new batter comes to the middle mat, they take some time to get settled. A lot of familiar things have to happen. Batsman will have to take guard. That takes a few seconds. Then he tries to get how many balls have been finished in the over. And then many batters these days, we see them walk to the middle with their gloves off. So that'll take a few seconds for them to put the gloves on. And strap up the Velcro. And then look around the field. Then we're ready for play. 30 for 2. This is the third over. Being bowled here by Amin. Amin has gone pretty well in this over. Another quality delivery. That's a fast ball. But a single here by Sunil Kumar gets him going. So very warm day here in Westchester County. We're into the American summer. And we've enjoyed some very good weather in this series, Matt. I recall it was only the opening day of this USPL got affected by rain. Thankfully, after that, we haven't seen any interruptions because of rain. And so from a weather perspective, this tournament has gone off without pretty much a hitch. 31 for 2 at the end of 3 with the two batters out in the middle, Sunil Kumar and Ewart Nicholson. So ball driven into the offside. Sunil Kumar picks up his second run. In fact, his second run. and brings Ewart Nicholson back onto strike. And Matt, this is a good opportunity for the likes of Stray Palmer and the likes of Armin to really try and pull the run rate down slightly. We've seen a massive assault from Daniel Williams, but now he's back in the shade. Might be a good opportunity for the bowlers to try to get back into the game.
Yeah, it is a big moment, and we did see Rishikesh Amin take advantage of that, bowling over the other one for 2 runs, and now Stray Parmar coming in. I'm sure he got hit for 14 in his first over off of Daniel Williams, but on the last ball would have picked up the wicket of Williams, so I'm sure would be feeling quite happy about that.
So Stray Palmer is also a campaigner on the New York region and local teams, Matt. I can't recall what teams he comes out of.
Game Changers, another one.
Wow.
Another one from Game Changers.
Yeah, that's a quality put together Game Changer team, a team that has really done well in the last couple of years. And if I'm not mistaken, they play both Saturday and Sunday. I think they play Saturday in the National League and Sunday in Commonwealth. So Nicholson on strike. He's been relatively quiet. Gets another good ball. Stray Palmer beginning to bowl a way better.
And the Eagles have done very well other than that.
Oh, look at that. Now he gets it right. And it goes 1 bounce in the region that he was anticipating in the previous ball. He gets it right, and that's 4 runs. So 4 of us gone 39 for 2. Sunil Kumar on 8 and Ewart Nicholson on 3. 39 for 2.
Previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है,
रखूँ.
नहीं
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर मिक्स कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट
Continues. Armin continues. Bowls a dot ball.
Couple of good deliveries here from Rishikesh Amin. Has started very well here, picking up right where he left off in his first over, which was successful.
Yeah, Matt, he's a quality spinner. Sometimes you don't expect less from a bowler of Armin's caliber. We've seen very good finger spin in this tournament. Left arm orthodox. We've seen a chance of a run out here in the end. They scamper through for a very quick taken single. So pressure on the batter to hit the big shots. Now they've been pressured to run and run very quickly. That is because Rishikesh Amin continues to bowl well. He's a very quick spinner. You watch for the faster ball. He comes up with a faster ball, which has been his stock ball during the course of when I've seen him. That's a slower ball. That's a conventional leg spin. And beats Sunil Kumar outside the off stump. 40 for 2. And again, a quality delivery. This has been a very good over here from Amin.
Yeah, spot on. 1.5 overs for 3 is always a good sign in any T20 game. And they've really pegged back here the New Jersey Titans since the departure of Daniel Williams. Runs have been a bit hard to come by.
So that completes an over that has only conceded 1 run. 5 gone. It's 40 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So Pujan Modi continues. Ball flicked into the onside, running up towards the backward square boundary, and it hits the boundary board now. And so that's a good looking shot from Ewart Nicholson. He picks up 4. It's 44 for 2, Matt. So they're going 8.5 runs and over. We saw when Daniel Williams was out in the middle how quick they were beginning to score, but he's gone. So the USPL Phase 2 Cricket Championships well and truly on. We've seen a quality game preceding this one. We saw Washington Hawks and Texas Cowboys. A game that looked pretty close when we saw big innings from Javin Thomas, Matt.
Yeah, Javin Thomas really took the fight to the Texas Cowboys before being unfortunately run out. But good reflexes there in the end. In the air.
So the man takes the catch, and that's the end of Sunil Kumar. Jigar Patel, it appears, if his short numbers matches his name. And so Sunil Kumar has to go. It's 46 for 3.
Right in front of the come box. Jigar Patel taking a well-judged catch. Third one down, and it's probably all Carolina Eagles at the moment. As Sunil walks back for 8. I'm just making the point, Javin Thomas was really a sight to see with the way he went about his business. But just never really got the support. And wickets started to fall at the wrong time for the Washington Hawks.
So 46 for 3. Titans haven't been sent into bat. New batter comes to the middle. We'll have to pick up the name of that player. But the fact is, we've seen the departure of Jagannath Williams. And just a moment or so ago, Sunil Kumar, 46 for 3. So Rahul Mishra comes to the middle. So Rahil Amirshi, sorry. Rahil Amirshi comes to the middle, Matt. Nicholson still on strike. Batsman would have crossed. And he gets a good ball. Nicholson knows that they've lost wickets here, Matto. And he's intent of trying to preserving one in at a time for the time being.
Yeah, Ewart Nicholson is probably not really the ideal situation for him. He is capable of hitting the ball. And I do know him as someone that is some sort of a ball beater. But yeah, assessing the situation, realizing that he's got to hold up and then because wickets have fallen.
And Matt, this is where batsmen find that T20 is not a so limited game. Look, 85 balls still to be bowled. This is a long way to go. And when you're batting at 46 for 3, you realize how long a T20 innings really is. Oh, cracked away. No man move except the man with a diving opportunity. But that's a big shot here from Ewart Nicholson. 4 written all across that shot. The 50 comes up. It's 50 for 3 at the end of 6.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है ऐसे मत लीड
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी
रखूँ.
and then
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर मिक्स कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So 50 on the board here for the Titans. It comes up just at a stroke at the end of the power play. And Matt, perhaps this is the third innings we're seeing the power play going for 50 and more. We saw in the first game, first innings of the Texas Cowboys innings, they got up to a quick 50 in the power play. We saw in reply the Seattle Hawks getting quickly into the power plays and scoring 50. And this one on the stroke of the 6 over mark. So bowling change. Ravish Kanchi comes into the attack and he will come into bowl to Rahil Amarshi. And Kanchi is a quality bowler. We've seen him before. He's not afraid to flight the ball.
Another member of Game Changers yet again is Ravish Kanchi.
Yeah, Kanchi is a quality spinner because he flights the ball. He gets some bit of turn, and if he pitches on a good line and length, he's going to be a problem here for any batter.
So far, so good with 2 dots to Amarshi.
And Matt, you look at the matchup. He's an off spinner, but he's going to turn the ball away from the left-hander. And we've seen the talk of so much matchups now in world cricket. This one is one that Ravish Kanchi will be happy to know he's bowling to a left-hander.
Yeah, and so far, you can't ask for anything better. Kanchi has bowled very tight here to Rahil Amarshi. 7.6 the run rate. It's hard to believe it was over 13 when Daniel Williams was at the crease just a few overs ago.
So we see the umpire making adjustment, just trying to make sure that the wicket is properly set. Oh, quality stuff here from Kanchi. Continues to bowl well. It's 50 on the board. This man has bowled 4 dot balls in a row. Oh, not only bowling well, but bowling well and feeling to his own bowling. This has been quality stuff from Ravish Kanchi.
Yeah, good stuff indeed from Kanchi. Excellent. Rahil Amarshi hasn't been able to score as yet.
Ball chopped into the offside, so he waits until the final ball and brings up the teaser in the over. Hat-trick, maiden broken is 51 for 3, 7 overs gone, but can't take away anything from the quality of that over from Ravish Kanchi, giving up a single off the final ball. 51 for 3 at the end of 7.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है, इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Alan Shuri, the captain, into the attack at 51 for 3. In the air, chance, and put down.
No. Well, we wait and see. I think he's put down there. Batsman is not walking, but it bubbled out of his hand. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, fell on the grass.
Yep.
So a chance offered by Rahil Amarshi. And now brings Ewart Nicholson back onto strike. The spinners have done their job, Matt. When they're not bowling tidy, they're offering chances. They're getting the batsman to offer them chances. And Anand Churi has started well, the captain. This one punched away through the offside of the bat of Ewart Nicholson. And that has gone away for 4, a little too wide. And look at that, off the back foot, hammered it hard. And that has gone away for 4. So the swing comes out, and the ball has gone a long way off the bat of Ewart Nicholson, Matt. That's a massive 6.
Yeah, and here's the Ewart Nicholson that we know. A player that is a no-nonsense, can hit the ball. And we've seen it in this over, a boundary. And now a big maximum from Nicholson.
Yeah, big strike. He's playing a very good hand so far. Look to be that type of player who could do some bit of repair damage, but also he can strike the ball. Punched into the offside, and now they will go through for 1. Pujan Modi, I think, the fielder, not been able to block that ball up, and over has gone for 12. Very expensive one here from Anand Churi. And brings Rahil Amarshi. He's taking some time to get going, Amarshi. But one of the things Titans will not want to happen, Matt, for them to lose another wicket. They're 3 down for 64 on the board.
Yeah, Ewart Nicholson has played a good hand so far, 24 off 19. Hasn't really been supported by anyone else as yet. Cut away by Amarshi, but in fact by Nicholson, straight to the fielder. So an expensive over from Anand Shuri comes to an end, 13 off it. 64 for 3 after 8.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अभी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Kanchi again. Kanchi. 65 for 3. That one's played up for a single too. Amarshi gets Nicholson on strike. Nicholson has started to open up. 24 off 20 for him. And Amarshi is on 4. Partnership between these two on 19.
Yeah, we're beginning to see a different side of Ewart Nicholson. Could pick up a couple of runs here. Trey Palmer runs back. The ball runs away from him. what we have seen in a version of cricket in which batters are looking to score off every opportunity, Matt. Allows the batter to come back for a couple of runs. Good running here from Nicholson and Amarshi. Oh, look at that. Clobbered into the parking lot. And that's gone a long way. Ewart Nicholson, another massive CBTF6.
That's just slammed right into the bed of a big truck. Right in the parking lot. Ewart Nicholson. Probably hope that it lands there rather than any other part of the truck.
Lands onto the tray. There's a story told in Guyana, Matt, and this is an ancient story. Rohan Kanhai, for some of the folks who followed cricket in the 70s and 90s, they say that he struck a ball the farthest in Guyana because he struck it. It went into a truck, and the truck drove 60 miles to another part of Guyana. So they say that's the longest traveling six struck by Rohan Kanhai. This one is cut away. And that's 4 more runs off the bat of Ewart Nicholson. He continues to bat well.
This time all along the ground from Ewart Nicholson, finding the gap. And finding it nicely on that occasion is Nicholson. He moves up to 36 of 23 deliveries.
Yeah, 13 in this over. We've seen a couple of tall overs. We saw the previous over from Anand Churi going for 13. This has already gone for 13 with 2 balls remaining. And a Nicholson who has shown us 2 different parts of his approach. This one is hammered into the offside and can't score Pujan Modi. And it's so easy to pick up Pujan Modi. He comes into this game with one of those broad-rimmed cricket hat. The ball played into the offside. Stray Palmer gets hand to the ball, not being able to stop it. And couple of runs here for Ewart Nicholson. What an over here. An over that has gone for 15 completed. 9 gone is 79 for 3. Good batting here from the Titans.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Jigar Patel given the ball. We saw him taking a good catch to dismiss Sunil Kumar, Matt. And he comes in here with someone needed to perhaps break this partnership, or if that can be done, they would want to restrict a run rate that has gone almost to 9 runs and over. Take your pick.
Jigar Patel coming in here so you can see Anand Churi just trying to mix things up a bit. We saw the pace at the start with Pujan Modi and Shrey Parmar, which didn't quite go to plan if you combine them. 4 overs, 3 for 46. But they did manage to pick up 3 wickets, although the economy rate not being the best between Parmar and Modi. We saw a lot of spin with Rushi, Kanchi and Anand Churi, and looks like we're going to have pace again with Jigar Patel.
Yeah, you're right on that. Because of the run-up, you're stereotyping a bowler from such a long run-up that he is going to bowl fast, Matt. What if he runs in and bowls very slow? Doesn't happen like that. What about the bowlers who takes a few steps and bowl quick? So here we go. Let's see if I'm right or Mato is right on that. Well, here we go. He's a fast bowler. And cut away. That's a good looking shot here from Amarshi. And should have come back for a couple of runs, Matt. Isn't that how you play T20 cricket? You run the first one fast, and if the fielders are not up to the challenge, you come back for 2.
Yeah, I think I would have definitely tried to push for 2 there. But Ewart Nicholson, I'm sure they won't mind having Ewart Nicholson on strike. Given he's 34 of 25, has really begun to open up. Couple of 6s, 4 4s.
So Ewart Nicholson up to 38. I'm pretty sure he has played some big innings. This one so far is a one up there. He's up to 38. And you know for sure this is not one of his first rodeo. He's up to 38 at the moment. So we see the back of the parking lot, a lot of cars parked in the area. Seems to be a busy parking lot.
The favored parking lot given the dimensions of this ground.
Is that where you will park when you get your car? Is that the area, or you'll probably go at straight down the ground? Time to collect some insurance money, Matt. If you go straight down the ground, your car get hit, you make a claim. Isn't that how it works?
I don't drive, I don't know.
81 for
I'm glad to not have to worry about any of that.
Yeah, ball worked into the onside. We've seen and speaking of that, relative to that, we haven't seen any ball causing severe damage to any of the cars in the USPL since June.
Pretty surprising, to be honest.
So far so good. So far so good. This one sliding down the leg side, called a wide here from umpire Venkat Raghupati. And we have had to call some long names for umpires, but we ought to be glad we are not doing the IPL, in which Ananta Padmanabhan is not umpiring this game. A man who comes from the IPL circuit, man. Quality umpire, isn't he? Ananta Padmanabhan. 82 for 3. We're in the 10th over. And Jigar Patel has bowled a quality over so far. Only 3 runs off this over, considering he has given up 1 wide, but relative to that, he's bowled well. Easy to pick out. We look for the boot. Oh, cut away into the offside. Good stop from EQ. Preventing a single there, Matt. Now perhaps a ball running away for 4.
Yeah, EQ has been a busy man out there. Saw him already take a catch of Daniel Williams. Good over here from Jigar Patel. Just 3 off it so far.
So always a little bit of problem for the bowler, man. Bowling to a left-hander, and then after a single, you've got to make that adjustment to the right-hander. Smashed into the offside, and that has gone away for 4. So it took some time, but Amarshi has struck this one and struck it well.
Yeah, good shot from Rahil Amarshi, finally getting one out of the middle.
So 10 overs gone, it's 86 for 3.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया, कर लूंगा.
Rushi Amin continues 2 overs for 3.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में
Surprised
एसिड
they didn't try to give him
बेबी की
3
चिट 3
straight.
मिनट्स
Here
में
he is coming back.
इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा, जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर,
another good
मिक्स,
tidy
कवर
over in
और 3
on
मिनट्स में
Mohammed.
रेडी.
Better get the wicket
MTR
and do it,
3
Nichols.
मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
Yeah, cricket has always been a game in which you strive to get wickets more than anything else. The limited over format came in and bowlers are asked to do one of two things, but can't put a price on getting wicket. They're so important. We saw, or we're seeing at all level of cricket what wicket does to scoring rates, Matt. And as in the case of Ewart Nicholson, he's batted impressively well so far. And the partnership has gone up to 41. This is a very, very good partnership, the highest in the innings so far. So Amin will come into bowl to Amarshi. Big swing across, a straightish delivery, doesn't go too well. And this could be a bye. We'll wait. Brian Kane signals a bye. And takes the score up to 88 for 3. Have you tried your hand at umpiring, Matt? Into the offside. And only a single, so 89 for 3. What about umpiring? I know you played, you do some commentary. Have you ever umpired an official match?
Nope. No offense to any of the umpires, I wouldn't I wouldn't probably want to be an umpire.
It's a thankless job. Oh, a play and a miss. Ball goes through the batter, Amarshi. We'll have to pick up the keeper's name, but he did well to keep the ball in play. And so we're in the 11th over, it's 89 for 3.
Good over here again from Rishikesh Amin. Didn't fail to impress in this over. Nicholson off the back foot and he'll just get a single. 3 overs for 7, Rushi Amin. Tidy one comes to an end. It's 91 for 3.
Do you know the keeper's name? Abhishek.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया, कर लूंगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So,
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है,
रखूं?
नहीं
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा, जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So we're back with the cricket 91 for 3. 11 overs completed. And Jigar Patel will continue. First over would have gone for 7, and he comes in here to bowl to Ewart Nicholson. He's up to 42. He's played a very good hand so far. 4 fours and a couple of 6s. Oh, here we go. Speaking of 6, this one is gone to the right of the com box. And that has gone for a massive 6, Ewart Nicholson.
Yeah, Nicholson really taking advantage of that one, pulling that one away for 6 first ball off of Jigar Patel. He goes up to 48, his third 6 of the day.
So a couple of milestones could be achieved here. Nicholson is on 48. Always a big moment when a batsman gets to a half century. And the team is just 3 runs away from getting to the coveted 100 mark. So very important play in this over. No, play and a miss, and we've seen the keeper come up to the crease. Abhishek Mate. It's done well to keep the batsman perhaps checked on the crease. As Jigar Patel, left arm seamer. Into the offside. Pujan Modi challenges the ball. In the end, batsman goes through for 1. Not being able to field cleanly, Pujan Modi. And takes the score closer to 100. Nicholson is up to 49. We've seen a lot of 40s into this play, Matt. We've seen we've seen 350s or maybe a couple of half century. We saw Javin Thomas getting 90 runs earlier on when he batted. So this facility has really produced opportunities for some high scores. And here we are, Amarshi on strike. He's up to 10. And Jigar Patel runs in again. 98 for 3. And he turns this one away. This could bring up the 100. They're gone for 1. They will look for 2. The ball is running up towards the backward square boundary. And a couple of runs. The 100 comes up here for the Titans. And it comes in the 12th over. 2 runs off the bat of Amarshi.
Amarshi has done well to support Nicholson. Nicholson has played the shots and Amarshi has carried along quite well. 12 of 18. And has contributed nicely to this partnership of 54 between these two. Brings up the 100 as well for the New Jersey Titans.
And so a couple of milestones could be achieved not too long from now. Looking to drive, does well, tug this ball into the offside. Fielder makes a diving save to probably prevent a couple into the onside man. That's a good commitment from that fielder. It's 101 on the board, and now Ewart Nicholson, he's up to 49. How well he has batted.
He's batted very well. He started off slowly, but progressively started to get faster and faster, accelerated his innings very nicely.
So he's up to 49. Jigar Patel polishes away and runs in and will bowl to Nicholson. He's up to 49. And Nicholson cuts and cuts well up towards the third man area. 50 for Ewart Nicholson. Another half century here at the USPL. So 50 runs here for Ewart Nicholson. 12 overs gone. It's 102 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So another bowling change. Nathaniel McDavid given the ball. And will come into Bolton Nicholson. 50 in the back for him. This one will run away for 4. We'll wait for the signal from Brian Kane. And signal 4 runs off the bat of Ewart Nicholson. He goes up to 54, Matt.
Yeah, he's batting very well here as Ewart Nicholson. Continues to get these boundaries and not a great start for McDavid.
Yeah, it can be a great start when your first ball has gone away for 4. We saw, I think it was, might have been one of the bowlers can pick that up, but my point is a big start here for Ewart Nicholson off the bowling of Nathaniel McDavid. You want to put some pressure on the bowler early. So straight away McDavid under some bit of pressure, knowing that his first ball would have gone for a boundary. This one is punched into the offside. And brings Amarshi back on strike. This has been a very good put together partnership. A partnership of 6-1 so far. The biggest. We've seen a 29 between Daniel Williams and might have been Nicholson. Nicholson has been there for some time. And so far it's 107 for 3. We're in the 13th over.
Nathaniel McDavid, player that would have had youth experience under 18s in the West Indies, has now moved to Jersey and might have picked up a wicket here, and he has. So Rahil Amarshi has to go. It was a good supporting knock from him. Looking to go for a slog sweep, not getting hold of it, and in the end, a simple catch for the fielder. Santi Santosh might be the fielder. Takes a very good catch, and McDavid has a wicket.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So, Navin Stewart comes to the middle. The captain of the New Jersey Titans makes his way out to the middle after the fall of Rahil Amarshi. He will join Ewart Nicholson out to the middle. Nathaniel McDavid, as I mentioned before, has got youth experience in the West Indies. Now plays in Jersey, in the Garden State League for Trin Jersey. Has started well here so far. Despite the first ball going for 4, he's come back very well. Nicholson goes big and goes very big, all the way for 6. So has looked at the dismissal of Rahil Amarshi and said, don't worry, I'll still continue my natural game, and that's exactly what he's done. Has hammered that one straight for 6.
Yeah, big strike here from Nicholson, goes into the 60s. He's up to 61. Ball going in the region of some of the white buses. Mato parked. I've always seen those buses parked there. And into the region of the parking lot. Big strike here from Ewart Nicholson. Ball played into the offside. This over's gone for 11. In fact, it comes to a completion. And after 13, it's 113 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So 13 overs gone. It's 113 for 4. Nathan Stewart, a man who prides himself in every single performance he plays. Matthew, isn't that the right approach? And approach every cricket game as this. And he's a top quality competitor. He comes in here, it's 113 for 4, 42 balls remaining. And I want to think that this is going to be a very ideal time for Nathan Stewart. He has a mixture of everything to play, and he could give the ball a tap into the parking lot when it's needed.
Leaves this one. Rishi Amin will finish up 3 overs for 7. Has been standout bowler for the Carolina Eagles so far. Quicker delivery that, but Navin Stewart drives it up. Get a single to get Nicholson back onto strike.
Yeah, Ewart Nicholson and Nathan Stewart would have played on teams together, so they know each other pretty well. Nathan Stewart, a very keen competitor. It doesn't get better than an all-rounder of the caliber of Nathan Stewart. Very top competitor. And he's the kind of man, he's the kind of all-rounder you would want on your team. We've seen him in so many tournaments, and always he's a top performer. Beaten by a good quality delivery here from Amin. Amin has been brilliant today. Amin comes into this over having conceded only 7 runs in 3 overs. And this one has gone pretty well. 4 balls into the over, he's only conceded 2 more.
Yeah, very good stuff from Rishikesh Amin today. And even still at this stage of the game with Navin Stewart and Ewart Nicholson at the crease, he still managed to bowl tidy. Navin Stewart goes big in the air and all the way. Good looking shot from Navin Stewart, and that's the power hitting that this man possesses.
Yeah, Matt, you're right on that. Rishikesh Amin, he's a quality bowler, but he has met Nathan Stewart with all the ease in the world. You look at that shot, it looks very effortless, but it has traveled a long way into the parking lot. He knows the dimensions of this ground pretty well. It's 121 for 4. So if he had gone for 7, Matt, in 3 overs, I would want to think that's his first maximum. And here he is, final ball to his bowling spell. Stewart into the offside, can't score this time. But that doesn't take away from anything that Rishikesh Amin has really bowled a top 4 over spell here today. 4 overs, no made, none for 15. Doesn't get better than that. 121 for 4.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है,
रखूँ.
नहीं
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So Jigar Patel comes back into the attack. Nathaniel McDavid, first of all, would have gone for 11. Would have picked up the wicket of Amarshi. But he's been given a relief, and Jigar Patel comes back into the attack. Is that something popular in T20 cricket, Matt? The bowlers in short spells?
Yeah, especially given that they've used 7 bowlers already, the Carolina Eagles. They've got options to work with.
Oh, turned away into the onside. And that has gone all the way. Vacant area. The man knows where the gaps are. And look, all the ease in the world. That's 4 more runs to Ewart Nicholson. So another good looking shot from Ewart Nicholson. He goes up to 66. We've seen some tall innings during the course of today's play. We'll try to recap some of those. Oh, steered into the offside. And look at that. Opposite side of the cricket field. And 4 more runs off the bat of Nicholson. 129 for 4.
Couple of boundaries now from Ewart Nicholson. He goes up to 47 fours, 4 sixes. Very good innings from him.
Yeah, just using the pace of the ball from Jigar Patel. So the introduction of Jigar Patel in place of Nathaniel McDavid Matt hasn't really worked out. At least in the first couple of balls here from Jigar. He's gone for 8 in 2 balls. So top edge into the offside. Pujan Modi with a bit of bubble, but in the end he holds on for dear life. And Sakib holds his head. So that's the end of Ewart Nicholson gone, caught off the bowling of Jigar Patel. And so another wicket goes on 129 for 5, Matt.
So, Deep Patel is the new man in. Navin Short getting a single. Gets deep on strike. 2 deliveries remaining in this over from Jigar Patel, who's gone for 27 so far.
So 32 balls still to be bowled. Carolina Eagles, we've seen them throw in some very good bowling performance. Amin was brilliant. Ravish Kanchi bowled a couple of overs for 16. Nathaniel McDavid 1 for 11, but we're watching Jigar runs into bowl to Deep Patel. And Patel will get a single out towards the onside, brings Navin Stewart back onto strike. Navin Stewart, Matt, would have had a very busy summer as always. Saw him return from India with Sam Parmy. Then got involved with the Unity Cup. Then we saw him in the first phase of the USPL. Played a couple of games minor league. And so very crowded summer as usual.
Not to mention New York in the BPL.
Yeah, and I understand in the BPL there were some big names. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's 132 for 5. 15 overs gone. With the Titans having been sent in here. And you're watching the Titans versus Carolina Eagles clash. 132 for 5.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 15 overs completed. It's 132 for 5. 30 balls remaining. And McDavid given a second bowling spell. Stewart gets a single out towards the offside and brings Deep Patel back onto strike mat. 29 balls remaining. We haven't seen a very aggressive intent yet from Nathan Stewart. But with 29 balls, I'm pretty sure that the thinking has to be in process. Couple of good deliveries in this over from Nathaniel McDavid.
Yeah, good start to the over. Nothing wrong with it. And again, this one will just be a single out to Sakib. Stewart back on strike, who's on 10. We saw him hit a big 6 already. 27 deliveries remaining. You'd think with Nav and Stewart there, you can get a lot out of that 27.
Yeah, man, the question is when. Very calculated player. And he's the type of player, Nathan Stewart. He's not careless about aggression. We always want to match aggression with being careless. Nathan Stewart, he's a very calculated, aggressive player. Now the appeal for the run out. And while all that was happening, good opportunity for the batsman to come back for 2. In the end, a couple of runs there for Nathan Stewart.
Good awareness between the two. Good communication to come back for the second. And Evan Stewart would have been part of that BPL that we mentioned. It was a big tournament. I'm not sure how much he played, given he did have USPL commitments with the New Jersey Titans, and they did clash with a bit of Phase 1. But it was a big tournament, that right here in New York.
Yeah, I knew he played the first and second day and then found some time to play BPL and then came back after his team didn't really advance to the latter stages of that tournament. Oh, flicked away. That's a good looking shot from Nathan Stewart. And that has gone all the way. He knows where the vacant area is. Look, take a look at that. And flicked away all along the ground. We've made mention that this phase 2 field has been a tad quicker than phase 1. It's 140 for 5. 16 overs gone.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है ऐसे मत लीड
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारी
Okay.
टीम में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी and then
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
In the air. And over. So a big 6 to start here. Off the bat of Deep Patel. Takes him up to 8.
Yeah, this man is going to be a good partner here for Nathan Stewart. He could give the ball a whack. Just seeing what he can do into the region of Sakib. So here's Jigar Patel. And Deep Patel is driving and driving well. Very classic looking push into the offside. And brings Navin's short mat. When do you give it a go? 22 balls remaining.
Definitely Navin's short can go whenever he wants. But with Deep Patel already striking a 6 in this over, still maybe a little bit of time.
Yeah, may have been struck on the hip here. We've seen protection. We've seen protection for the knees, protection for the shin, protection for the thigh. Not sure if there's one made yet for the hip. Well, he manages to get a single. It's 148 on the board. Here is Deep Patel. Oh, punched into the offside, gone a long way. And he beats the outstretched hand of the fielder. And Brian Kane says that's 4 runs.
Slapped away by Deep Patel. See, over. Yeah, he was well in there, was Santi. So good call in the end by Brian Kane. 1 bounce 4 off the bats of Deep Patel.
The match, we're beginning to see Deep Patel opening up. We saw 6 and a 4 in this over. So while we're making the point that Navin Stewart could be the man on the attack here, Deep Patel has helped himself too. Big play and a miss. Ball goes through to the keeper, Abhishek Mate. No harm done here, Jigal. Let's see what Jigar has done so far. He's conceded 41 runs so far in his 3.5 spell. Ball into the offside. A bit of hesitation in the end. Deep Patel will retain strike when play resumes. 17 gone, it's 153 for 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So we're down to the final 18 balls. Trey Palmer comes back into the attack, Mac. 3 overs, no maiden, 2 for 32. Picked up a couple of wickets. He's given away 32 runs.
Yeah, did manage to pick up the wickets of Daniel Williams and of Sunil Kumar. So despite not so great economy, he has got some wickets in the bag already. Slapped away by Deep Patel, 4 more. So off the bat of Deep Patel, he picks up a boundary. 18 of 9, he's playing quite the hand.
Oh, this man is batting well. Look, punched into the offside with all the command in the world. And we were trying to make the point that perhaps it's Navin Stewart who's going to be aggressive towards the end. Well, we've got to change that a little bit. Deep Patel on the charge. No, looking for runs here again. And he gets one and brings Navin Stewart with 16 balls remaining. Navin will have to plan this next 16 balls. Here we go. One of the aircraft taking off from HCN. And some part of the world that is heading to. Looks domestic by the look of things. Might be an airport where a lot of private aircraft usually takes off and lands from. A big swing and a miss here from Navin Stewart. And now because just of that shot, Matt, we may have to think, put Deep Patel back on strike.
Yeah, Deep Patel has been in good nick today, 19 of 10.
So Parma has gone for 5 in the over so far. Stray Palmer, a player with some bit of minor league experience, runs into ball to Stewart. Oh, he's gone. So Nevin Stewart falls for 17. Let's take a look at that. 158 for 5. So the appeal goes up. Nevin Stewart has to go. It's 158 for 6.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So at 158 for 6, Malay Singh comes to the middle. We've got 14 balls remaining. We saw scores of a 197 and 168 in the preceding game, the 10 o'clock game at. And here we're seeing another score, so we're beginning to see some very competitive scores being put up by different teams. And we'll see where 158 and counting will end here. Parma will run into ball to Malay Singh. Oh, Malay Singh tucks this one into the onside and brings Deep Patel back on strike. I've seen a good knock from Deep Patel, haven't you?
Yeah, great little cameo so far. Been off strike for couple of balls now. Facing up to Shrey Parmar, who will bowl his final ball of the day.
Now, Matthew, you're lucky you came at a time in your life in which you're seeing some exciting short version of the game. In our time, we had to go to the park from Thursday and don't come back until Monday to get a result. Now in 3 hours, you know what's going on.
In the air from Deep Patel. Beats the fielder. So another boundary to Deep Patel. Finishes the over on a high. 163 for 6. 2 overs to go.
Yeah, this man is playing a very good hand. I'm so impressed with Deep Patel. 23 off 11 balls. Look, another boundary for this man. Very unassuming player. Came into the crease and didn't know too much. We didn't know too much about him, and we were making the point about the likes of Nevin Stewart and Nicholson, but he's played a very good hand here. It's 163 for 6. 18 overs gone. Pujan Modi looks like he will come back into the attack. 163 for 6.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Pujan Modi starts with a dot ball. We dunked on the last 11 balls here, Matt. Malay Singh, the man on strike. And now Titans will be hoping that Deep Patel could be the man on strike, but for the time being, Malay Singh, look at that, through the offside. And that's 4 runs from the left-hander.
Yeah, good shot from Malay Singh, a much-needed boundary. They'll be looking to make the most of these 10 final deliveries here, the Titans. And while Deep Patel is off strike, Malay Singh doing the business.
Yeah, Mal is saying that's a very good strike off the ball. Pujan Modi, 1.2, 1 for 18. He's been expensive today. And he runs into ball to Malay Singh, and Singh gets a ball that he plays it into the onside. And he goes through for 1. And brings Deep Patel. How good he's been. So 169, Deep Patel. Man on strike. Pujan Modi has gone for 6 in this over. And we're down to the last 9 balls. So this has been an excellent score by the Titans so far. Patel into the onside. Gets a single and brings Malay Singh back onto strike. So that's the end of Malay Singh. It's 170 for 7 playing. Looking for pace on the ball. There's none. And it's no wonder that the ball keeps a tad low. Look at that. Strikes the off stump. And that's the end of Malay Singh. It's 170 for 7.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Bhaskar Ahuja is the new man in. With 8 deliveries to go. What can he do? Pujan Modi. That's missed everything, and that's running away. And it's gone for 4, so maybe an edge on that from Bhaskar Ahuja. So a good start to his innings. Off and running with a boundary.
Yeah, 11 runs off this over. Ball might have eluded Abhishek made. Doesn't matter how they come sometime. No matter how much they've added to the scorecard. So it's 174. This is a very good score, Matt. They could get up to 190. The question is, how many balls will Deep Patel get a chance to face? He's been quite productive, Deep Patel. But you can't complain too much. Bhaskar Ahuja has just come in, faced 1 ball, and the ball has gone for 4. So 174 for 7. Saeed Irfan, the third umpire, will now make his way with a replacement ball. And I hope he has a ball that is only 18.5 over Zol. And a ball that has only given away 174 runs. Let him find that ball.
And the ball that has taken 7 wickets.
Well, I think they have found the ball. So final ball coming up in this over. Bhaskar Ahuja will be the man on strike. 11 balls remaining, Matt. And this over's gone for 11 so far. In fact, 7 balls remaining, correction. And this over's gone for 11. Pujan Modi has been quite expensive today. 2 for 25 in 1.5. There we go. Those are the 2 captains. Nathan Stewart looks very happy there, Matt. Look, a smiling Nathan Stewart and a more subdued Anand Churi, but they look very happy in their faces. And they'll probably be happier when they talk to our host, Rosni Roshni towards the end as the Victor captain. And so all that coming up a little bit later on. Yeah, there we go. Our Anka, who has provided tremendous support and enhancement and really given this event a lot of strength and a lot of professionalism. And she's very experienced, having been to several tournaments around the United States and has come here to the USPL. And she brings top quality stuff to the USPL. 174 for 7.
So Bhaskar Ahuja is on 4 of 1 delivery, getting that outside edge. Ran away for 4. Pujan Modi. Swing and a miss from Ahuja. And it will mean that Deep Patel will be on strike for the start of the last over. 174 for 7.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
And here is Palmer with the final 6 will come into bowl to Deep Patel. It's 174 for 7, Matt. A chance for them to advance and perhaps get up to 184, 185. We'll wait and see. Stray Palmer 2 for 32 in 3 overs. So into the offside, running quickly is Deep Patel. Could want to come back for 2. Let's look at the throw. A good throw. That's gone. So that's the end of Bhaskar Ahuja. And so 1 will be added to the card. Let's take a look, Matt.
Yeah, looking to come back for a second. It was a very good throw, and Stray Parmar had the easiest job of all to just take the bails off. So it'll be 1 on the end of Bhaskar Ahuja. But I think Deep Patel being on strike is a priority for the New Jersey Titans with 5 balls to go.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है,
रखूँ.
नहीं
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी। MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट।
$175 for 9. Couple of wickets in this over, Matt. And the dangerous Deep Patel departs. It's 175 for 9.
Yeah, big wicket there. Deep Patel goes looking for a big swing and a miss. And Sri Parmar picks up his third. 4 deliveries to go. It's been a very good start to things by Sri Parmar.
So Parth Patel comes to the middle. He joins Rahul Misra. Now look at that, Matu. A couple of batters hasn't faced a ball yet, and they come into the middle here. 4 balls remaining. Sri Palmer will like the number 3 this afternoon. 33 for 3. or 3 for 33 from a bowling perspective. He's bowled well and he's bowling in his third. In fact, he's bowled 3 overs already. He's bowling his 4th over. 175 for 9, 4 balls to come. And the batters waits at 175 for 9. Who's the batter on strike, Rahul? So Misra picks up 1 mat, 176 for 9, 3 balls remaining.
Sri Parmar's had a good day, 3 wickets to his name. And he'll fancy his chances against 2 new batsmen in the final 3 deliveries of this game. Pat Patel on strike for the first time. Well, that'll be called a wide. Extras totaling 6, 2 byes and 4 wides. 5 wides now, so 7.
Yeah, Matt, at the professional level, bowling 1 wide is too much, but you've got to give some slack. 7 extras.
Good throw that from the deep.
Might have been McDavid. Nathaniel McDavid.
2 deliveries remaining. 4 has come off this over so far.
So essentially, Matt, we're seeing another big score. We saw 190 plus.
197.
So 197. We saw 168 being the reply. We're seeing a big score here. 178 and counting. Oh, struck well. Rahul Misra has struck the limb and has broken a few branches in that process. It's 184 for 9. Take a look.
Yeah, good shot from Rahul Mishra going straight. Realizing nothing to lose with 2 balls left. Got to swing your bat, and he's done so, and he's connected well. And he's taken a bit off of the tree as well. So that 6 will definitely help the Titans in this over, which was turning out to be a good one from Shrey Parmar. Final ball coming up. In the air from Mishra. Fielder running around. And it's gone for 4. Santi Santosh couldn't hold on to it. Was a tough chance. Him running around in the air for a long time. And in the end drops it. And couldn't stop it from going for 4 either. So a 6 and a 4 from Rahul Mishra to end the innings off. The New Jersey Titans finish on 188, leaving the Eagles with 189 to win. We'll resume when cricket does so here at the SUNY Purchase Park. But for now, it's the Titans with 188 for 9 off of their 20 overs.
We're here at the mid-innings of the USPL Phase 2 match number 8. And I have with me Pujan Modi from the Carolina Eagles. I mean, taking that wicket just in the first over itself and then building on that to get 3 wickets. How does it feel?
It was good. I mean, they got off to a good start regardless, but I think we pulled back in the middle. They had played some good shots. 190 still a little higher than we would like, but I think we can get there.
No, absolutely. And I think, as you mentioned, when it came with the bowling, I think especially that bowling partnership you had with Shrey Parmar. I mean, he himself taking in 3 wickets. And definitely having those bowling changes, where sometimes it worked for you guys, sometimes it didn't. But I think you still did a great job to contain, those runs, especially, with that run out, or especially getting that Ewart Nicholson wicket.
Yes, that was big. Came out of nowhere, but we needed that. But yeah, we did well. We contained them. I still think it's a little higher than we would like, but hopefully we have the batting to do it.
Absolutely. And speaking about the batting, so 189 to win. What do you think about that total? I know for you guys, the last game didn't go so well, with the bat, but what have you guys spoken about?
We've just spoken about sticking in there a little bit. I think people tried to do it too quickly last week. So we just want to bat 20. And I think if we play the whole 20, it'll be good.
Well bowled, and all the best with the chase.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I have with me Ewart Nicholson as well, joining from the NJ Titans. So Ewart, a beautiful knock of 70 runs off of just 41 balls. Coming into the NJ Titans side and giving that performance. I mean, really standing tall. and then luckily having some contribute with the bat near the end as well.
Yeah, so far thankful for being a part of this USPL, and so far we got a good start, and I think we will win this going forward.
Absolutely, with 188 runs, on the board. What do you think about that total? I know you guys have a nice bowling attack as well.
Yeah, well, I think that total is pretty good enough because we have experienced bowlers, which is like Navin Stewart and others. So I think we will defend it.
Well, I want to wish you all the best.
All right, thank you.
So that's it here. 188 runs on the board by the NJ Titans, and the Carolina Eagles need 189 to win. Let's head back to the comm box.
So far, so good here from the Eagles. They still need 171. So no timing on that one.
Upset he didn't get hold of that one. And Sakib Sandhu. Good comeback delivery from Navin Stewart.
So the Eagles off to a 5-run start, and this is the opening over here from Navian Stewart. We've seen some good cricket today, Matt. We've seen 197. We've seen 168. We've seen 174.
In the air, offering a chance, but it'll land safely. And unable to pull it back in, so another boundary off the bat of Sakib Sandhu. Was in the air for a long time.
Matt, you gotta love the commitment from this fielder here. He did his best to try to save the ball. May have held on to it slightly, but the momentum of his body wasn't able to pull it back in. But the commitment, 100% or more there. This over's gone for 9. Good start here from the Carolina Eagles. So this will complete over number 1, and after 1, Carolina Eagles, they're 10 for no loss.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Sakib Sandhu is on 9. Nathaniel David is yet to face a ball, but here comes Malay Singh, a player who had success in phase 1 for the New Jersey Titans.
Yes, Matt, we've seen the importance of slow bowling. And Matt, you weren't even born yet, but when T20 became popular, when it came out around 2003, 2004, 2005, starting to become popular in 2006, many thought that the spinners would have been banished from this short format of the game. Everyone thought, well, that's the end of things for the spinner. But you've followed enough T20 cricket to know, boy, how the spinners have affected this format of the game and how well they have done.
Some of the best are always spinners in T20 cricket.
It's a big swing and a miss here from Sandhu. We have seen his intent quite early. And he doesn't look like the kind of batsman that he wants to stick around long enough. He wants to score quickly. And we'll wait and see what he does there. We've already seen very aggressive play from him, but look at this. 3 dot balls in a row here from Malay Singh. This is good bowling.
Yeah, Malay Singh has started off very nicely here. 3 dots.
So off the back foot into the offside. So when it's not tight, he's giving away singles, and the batsman have to run very quickly just to get one. Good bowling here from Malay Singh.
Mentioned how good spinners have been in T20 cricket, contrary to the initial popular belief. You look at so many spinners dominate the rankings of the ICC T20 bowling charts. You look at the likes of Tabrez Shamsi, Adil Rashid, Rashid Khan, Wanindu Hasaranga, Mahish Dikshana, Adam Zampa, and so many more spinners that do so well at the T20 level. They dominate the rankings, come to think of it.
Matt, when we come back, we'll talk about one spinner had it not been for T20 cricket. This one is swung away into the onside. And that's gone to the opposite end of the parking lot that we have seen a lot from. And that has gone for a massive 6.
Yeah, good looking shot there from Sakib Sandhu. Goes up and over all the way for 6. 18 after 2 overs.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So welcome back. 2 overs gone. They're going at 9 and over. McDavid picks up a single. Navin's short. First over would have gone for 9. In fact, might have gone for 10. And he comes in here to bowl to Sakib Sandhu. Swings, gets an edge. And again, runs on the board is what matters.
Fortune favors the brave on this occasion. Sakib Sandhu going for a big swing. Doesn't get all of it, but gets an edge and gets a good enough edge for it to run away for 4.
So productive shot here from Sakib Sandhu. Another aircraft. What's that, an American Eagle? Yeah, takes off from the HCN. We're just maybe a mile away from the HCN, Westchester County Airport, domestic airport. Matt, you would have passed a lot of time at Newark. What's going on up at Newark Airport there? What you've seen? Hub for United Airlines. You've traveled with them recently. So 23 without loss. Ball has taken some time to come back. We made mention that once it goes onto the tarmac, it runs very fast. And it hides itself on the cars, perhaps. But we're ready for play. We've seen a big swing here from Sakib Sandhu. A brave shot. He's been rewarded with 4. Oh, it's struck and struck well. Yeah, struck the building. The Performing Arts Center, that has gone for another 6.
Another good shot from Sakib Sandhu. Look at that one fly. That's gone a long way, striking the building.
Yeah, this man has batted well so far, Sakib Sandhu. Couple of 6s and 3 4s. He looks like the type of player, Matt, suited for T20 cricket, and he is in the power plays. And he's coming hard at Navin Stewart. 11 in this over so far. Oh, the ball has struck the helmet. The ball has struck the helmet. Is that a dead ball? In fact, what's that? Penalty runs. Five penalty runs. That's the law. That's the rule. If the ball strikes the helmet, Matt.
Well, that's probably the first time in my life I've seen that called before. So that takes things up to 34.
So Sakib Sandhu on strike again. Ball heading down the leg side. A diving stop by Nicholson. Is he the keeper, Matt? So 34 on the card. Who's the keeper?
For a big swing and a miss here again is Sandhu. So Daniel Williams was the man behind the stumps that letting the ball knock the helmet. So a rare occasion we see 5 runs. 34 that loss after 3.
So Malay Singh continues. Ball driven into the offside by McDavid. We can score. 34 without loss. We're in the 4th over. Oh, through the offside. No man move. And that's a good looking shot from Nathaniel McDavid for 4.
Yeah, good shot. Inside out from Nathaniel McDavid. Very nicely played. On the way for 4. So a good start here for the Caolina Eagles. Up to 38 without loss in the 4th over. Another one through the gap for 4. So a couple of boundaries here to Nathaniel McDavid, takes him up to 10. Look at that, another one, similar shot, only this one all along the ground. And pressure on Malay Singh here, get a flyer of a start from the Caolina Eagles.
So this has been a very good over again here for the Caolina Eagles, Matt. 8 of this over so far. A couple of 4s. And Malay Singh will come into ball to McDavid. Looking to go on the leg side. And now the throw comes in. We'll have to wait for the signal here from umpire Venkat. So couple of wides added to the card. It's 44 without loss in the 4th over. Daniel Williams, the keeper. Oh, top edged into the offside. Fielder comes in, takes the catch. And that's the fall of Sakib Sandhu. So Sandhu finally goes. Very attacking batter. He falls for 31. And it's 44 for 1, Matt.
Yeah, straight up in the air from Sakib Sandhu. He was looking good, looking to play another big shot. And that ends up being his demise. Good running catch there in the end. 44 for 1.
Irfan.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So McDavid comes in to strike. Malis Singh has picked up the first wicket. Ball keeping low. Passes the keeper, Daniel Williams. And that could run away for 4 byes. In fact, byes is a signal from umpire Venkat. And that goes away for 4. So at the end of 4, it's 48 for 1.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी
रखूँ.
and then
हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर मिक्स कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट
So Jigar Patel at 48 for 1 comes in to face his first ball. Nathan Stewart will continue. 2 overs, no made, none for 26. Oh, that's a good shot from Jigar Patel. And that has gone for 4. So ball heading down the wrong line perhaps from Nathan Stewart. Take a look. He's taken on Nathan Stewart, upper part of the bat, but it goes away for 4. Good start here from Jigar Patel, Matt. Brings up the 50, it's 52 for 1. Yeah.
Flicked away for 4 more. Jigar Patel, in fact, rather Santi Santosh, off and running. So Navin Short has not had a great day with ball in hand. Couple of boundaries conceded in this over already. Off the bat of Santi Santosh. He goes up to 8 off just 2 deliveries.
Yeah, good variation here from Stewart. Couple of 4s in the over. Santi Santosh. He means business. So they're going over 12 runs on over, Matt. The asking rate is 8.5 at the moment. 133 from 93. So that brings Nathaniel McDavid back onto strike. They're batting at 57 for 1. They've lost the wicket of Sakib Sandhu, who fell off the bowling of Malay Singh. And Matt, I am surprised that Daniel Williams haven't moved that helmet. We saw them conceded 5 penalty runs to the opposition.
Probably saying to himself, what are the odds of it happening a second time?
Yeah, that is why you see at the international level. Oh, this one is into the offside. Runs here for Nathaniel McDavid. Pick up a couple of runs. And that is why we'll talk about that when we come back. Remind me to talk about that helmet story. 59 for 1 at the end of 5 with Santi Santosh on 9. Nathaniel McDavid on 12. 59 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Somali Singh, 5 overs gone, will continue ball to Santi Santosh.
I'm surprised with the Eagles going at 10.4 and over. They haven't made a single bowling changes yet. They've decided to stick. Navin Short decided to stick with himself and Malay Singh.
Couple of good balls in this over from Malay Singh. Ahmad just coming back to the helmet. That is why you see at the international level, they try not to make helmets too much on the field as a fielding side. They'll quickly take it off if they have to and bring it back on quickly. And now we see why. 5 runs in T20 cricket. You strive so hard to save 1. Why would you want to give up 5 penalty runs knowing that you have a helmet onto the field and anything could happen? $59 for 1. Santi Santosh, couple of 4s in this over. But look at Malay Singh, 3 dot balls to start. Oh, turned away. There's a man in the ring. Only a single. That man is well positioned. Saved the boundary on that occasion. It's a ball driven into the offside. Through the offside. Look at that. Off the bat of Nathaniel McDavid. And that gone scorching through the offside. This is a lovely shot from McDavid. That's a shot of power. All along the ground. That's 4 runs off the bat of McDavid. Is 64 for 1. Yeah, good looking shot from McDavid. Matt, he's gone up to 20 off just 10 balls. He's played a good hand so far.
Yeah, he really has. Nathaniel McDavid, not afraid to go after the bowling here. Cut away again, but this time not connecting. Straight through to Daniel Williams.
Matt, we were talking a little bit earlier on, but we'll continue. 6 of us gone, 64 for 1. Have you noticed every time when you're on comm, you plan to talk about something happens, and then we never talk about it? Have you noticed that? 6 of us gone, 64 for 1. But remind me to talk about Rashid Khan from Afghanistan.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Rahul Misra comes into the attack. Will come into bowl to Santi Santosh. Ball played into the offside, and Matt, we're gonna come back, and you were talking about, or we were talking about the importance of spin in T20 cricket, and when T20 cricket became popular, many thought that that was gonna be the end of spinners in the shorter version of the game. And what also T20 cricket has done, as the batsman comes back for a couple of runs, and what T20 cricket has done, you look at Rashid Khan. Probably if we were living in a world where only ODI and test matches were being played, when do you think the world would have discovered a player like Rashid Khan? If it was only relegated to test and ODI, it would have taken a longer time and perhaps not as effective as Rashid Khan ended up to be. Still one of the better bowlers, better spin bowler in the world in the shorter form of the game.
Yeah, and you could say that a lot for a lot of these players from Afghanistan no longer an associate nation, but for a while they were, and you could say a lot for a lot of other players. Sandeep Lamichhane as well, from Nepal, would have probably not been as popular as he was had it been purely a test playing ODI sport. You've got associate talent from all over the world, from any nation. Look at the amount of talent we've got right here in the US, in Canada. Look at Tim David from Singapore. He plays internationally for Singapore.
Yeah, you look at ball into the onside. Could find the gap. Fielder comes around. Not good enough. And that's gone away for 4. Nathaniel McDavid, he's playing a good hand here this afternoon. Take a look.
Yeah, good shot again from Nathaniel McDavid. Playing a very good hand. Moves up to 24 of just 12 deliveries. Fielder tried his best to pull it back in. Didn't quite get a firm enough hand on it.
Yeah, just coming back to the spinner. Look at Sunil Narayan. He's played at all formats of the game for the West Indies, but you tell me which format he has done well enough. This one through the offside from McDavid, and he continues to bat well. 7 overs gone, 75 for 1. Another good-looking shot here from Nathaniel McDavid. He goes quickly up to 28 from just 13 balls. This man is putting on a show here this afternoon. 7 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Santi Santosh on strike. 114 to win from 78 balls. We've seen a good partnership of 31 so far from the pair out in the middle. It's a good fielding effort there from Daniel Williams. In the end, the batsman scampered through for 1. And a single that brings them 113 remaining from 77 balls, asking 8.8. They have something in reserve. They're going at 9.9, so they're ahead of what is required. Nathaniel McDavid, he's batted well for 28 from just 13 balls. And he cuts well. That's fine enough. And that's gone away for 4 more. So 4 runs off the bat of Nathaniel McDavid. And take a look at that. A well-played, executed cut shot. And even with a man in the ring, a third man, he beats that man. That's good placement here from Nathaniel McDavid. He goes up to 32. You can see that on your screen there. You can see a lot of stuff on your screen. 80 for 1. We're in 7.2 overs. And the most important thing, to win 109 from 76 balls. .188 posted by New Jersey Titans. Titans led by Navin Stewart. Oh, ball cut away. May have touched the gloves of Daniel Williams, but they get another single. A very solid reply to 188 posted by the Titans. We saw in the Titans innings, we saw a very good knock of 70 by Ewart Nicholson. Really propelled them to 188, but you're watching the reply. The reply has gone very good here for the Carolina Eagles. They're going at almost 10 runs and over. Malin Singh has gone for 5 in this over so far, so this has been a very good over from him. And McDavid has been equal to the task. 80 on the board. So that completes over number 8. And after 8, they're going at a steady 10.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Rahul Misra, first over would have gone for 11. So Misra comes in to bowl to McDavid, punches this one into the offside. And they go through for 1, and look at that, a bit of misfielding and a big mistake. That has gone for 4.
Poor fielding there. And it's resulted in another boundary off the bat of Nathaniel McDavid.
Yeah, this man has gone up to 37 in just 16 balls. We've seen him as 8 fours so far. And this is another player, Mato, we've never seen prior to the USPL. And so we'll have to keep an eye on him as how he progresses. We've seen another player from the platform of the USPL that have gone on to minor league. Sarnam Patel. Saw him last week, batted well. He's been picked up. 86 for 1. And so the equation comes down to 103 to win from 70 balls. Santi Santosh, we saw in an over from Navin Stewart. Couple of boundaries, so we know he can hit the ball.
.96 and over is required. At the moment, they're going above that, thanks largely in part to Nathaniel McDavid, who's 38 off just 20 deliveries. Partnership of 42 between him and Santi Santosh.
So looking for two. They're running quickly. Fielder comes around. That's Ewart Nicholson. Single, he's done well to restrict the batsman Mato to only a single. Typically, you want to take on the fielders at the long areas of a cricket field. Oh, this one is driven. This one is driven with some firmness. That has gone away for 4. That's all power.
Yeah, good shot again from McDavid, straight down the ground. Fielder came around, wasn't able to stop it. Again, another bit of a misfield. 4 more to McDavid.
He's playing a very good hand. We've seen some big scores today. Oh, cracked away into the offside. Protection out at cover. And only a single to McDavid. So that will complete over number 9. And after 9, it's 92 for 1.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है,
रखूँ.
नहीं
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
Which song is that? So we're back with the cricket. 92 for 1. 9 overs gone. And Matt, they need 97 from 66. Anybody's game.
Yeah, still hard to predict a winner here. 97 from 66 deliveries. Nathaniel McDavid is the man leading the charge from the Carolina Eagles. 43 of 22 deliveries as Deep Patel is the new bowler.
So Deep Patel. And we will apply the rule that Mato has done in the box. If he runs long, he's bowling fast. So we'll come into bowl to McDavid. We have seen some big scores today, Mato.
Deep Patel, medium pacer. We saw him with the bat earlier today. Gave them some pretty handy runs at the bottom. 25 of 14 deliveries right at the end for the New Jersey Titans. And then seeing him with the ball. Formerly of the Orlando Galaxy, I believe, in minor league.
So Matt, we've seen some very good scores during the course of the doubleheader today. Javin Thomas in the earlier game got 93 because before he was unfortunately run out. And we say unfortunately for Javin Thomas. Oh, this one is hoisted into the onside and strikes the building on top of the com box, and that has gone for 6.
Another good shot from Santi Santosh this time. First 6 of the day for him. Manages to get that right over the com box. Bounces off the building. And straight back to Ewart Nicholson.
Yeah, Matt, when the ball comes in this area, it does threaten some very expensive equipment for the USPL. Those gadgets, they're not cheap by any means. And ball turned away. That's a good looking shot. Running up towards the backward square boundary. And it goes away for 4. This is good batting from Santi Santosh. The 100 comes up. It's 103 for 1.
Yeah, very good batting there again from Santi Santosh. The muscle to hit the first one for 6 and then just delicately flicking that one away for 4.
Yeah, we've seen some good knock. Javin Thomas, 93. Imran Raja, 42. Johan, 45. McDavid, he's out at He's on 44, still batting strong. And we saw a 70 from Ewart Nicholson, who got among the runs. So today has been a day filled with some tall scores and some very good batting performance from Javin Thomas, Imran Raja, Johan, McDavid playing a good hand in front of our eyes. And not forgetting Ewart Nicholson. It's been a batsman day, you would say, Matt? Yeah, and that is what people like in T20 cricket. They like to see runs. They like to see sixes. And you might want to think that the format has been skewed to the batsman. What do you think? Is it a batsman game, or has the bowler been taken out of the short format of T20? Well, we'll talk about that when we come back. It's 103 for 1. Deep Patel. Oh, this one is driven straight down the ground. That's a good looking shot. Good bit of fielding from the man at long off. So that will complete 10. And after 10, it's 104 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So 10 overs gone. It's 104 for 1. Parth Patel comes into the attack. Ball goes behind the keeper. So a single off the bat of Santi Santosh. So he hands the strike over to Nathaniel McDavid. So this is over number 11. And just to give you a sense of how close this game is going, at the end of over number 11, oh, there's a big appeal. Not I'll say it's umpire Brian Kane. And just to give you a sense how close this game is, at the end of the 11th over, Titans were batting at 91 for 3. This is the 11th over. The Carolina Eagles, they're batting at 105 for 1. So 84 to win from 58 balls. We've seen a big partnership here posted by McDavid and Santi Santosh. A partnership that is worth some 61 runs, Matt. We've seen a fine knock from Nathaniel McDavid. We haven't seen him before. And this is a powerful debut performance in the USPL here for Nathaniel McDavid. 44 so far. Not a bad over so far from Parth Patel. We've seen a single. We've seen a couple of dot balls. And that partnership continues to flourish here. It's up to 62 from 41 balls.
Healthy partnership indeed between David and Santosh McDavid. Parth Patel has started this over quite well. Just the 2 off it. That's what they need. They need a couple of good overs in. But more importantly, they need a wicket. They need the wicket of Nathaniel McDavid. But even still, Santi Santosh has batted quite nicely as well.
Yes, man, they continue to score freely. We'll take a look at some bowling figures. Nevin Chaudhary was nominated none for 32. Malay Singh 1 for 33 off his 4. Rahul Mishra none for 22 off 2. And Deep Patel, he's bowled 1 for 12. Now we're seeing Parth Patel. 3 in this over so far. Final ball coming up. And the Carolina Eagles. This is a very strong and solid reply, Matt. 82 to win from 55 balls. This game could go anywhere. When we come back, we'll ask you to bring out your win predictor. And let's see what you've got. Here is Parth Patel. Oh, pulled away. That's a good looking shot. And one bounce, bang, hits the building. And that's 4 more runs.
Too short, pulled away by Nathaniel McDavid. Very good shot. And that takes him just 1 short of a 50. 111 for 1 after 11.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Rahul Misra will try to break this partnership, a very, very prospering partnership of 67 between McDavid and Santi Santosh. Santi Santosh, the man on strike. So ball chopped into the offside. Could come back for a couple of runs. This is good running. We've always thought, Matt, that once the ball is played into the deep areas, you've got to challenge the fielder. Any bit of fumbling gives you a chance to come back. So a couple of runs to start over number 12 from Rahul Misra. And brings the equation down to 76 from 53 balls, asking 8.6. They're going at 9.6. So something in the reserve here for the Carolina Eagles. And now brings Nathaniel McDavid. He's up on 49. We've seen a couple of 50s already. We've seen a big 50. Javin Thomas got 93. And we saw Ewart Nicholson got 70. But here's another man that could post a 50 here on the day's play. Oh, there we go. So 50 for Nathaniel McDavid. And it comes from just, 28 balls? In fact, 28 balls. And Nathaniel McDavid gets a 50, Matt.
Yeah, very good 50. Well earned 50 from Nathaniel McDavid. He's batted very well. 10 fours to his name. Nathaniel McDavid out of the New Jersey area. Part of the Garden State League for Trin Jersey.
Oh, that's a powerful shot from Santi Santosh. Will only get a single. And look at the partnership. 72 posted by Santosh and McDavid. And this should be some bit of worrying signs here for the New Jersey Titans and Navian Stewart, Matt. And when everything is going well for you, everything comes off, even the sharply taken single. And we have seen so many times in cricket, Matt, when it's all going well, even luck runs your way. 73-run partnership.
.72 required from 49 deliveries. Santi Santosh on strike on 32. Slug sweep in the air over Nicholson and all the way for 6. So a good end to the over there from Santi Santos. Look at that slug sweep. Muscled for 6. And it's all the New Jersey Titans here. 123 for 1 after 12. Look at this one over the head of Ewart Nicholson.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Parth Patel will continue. They need 66 from 48 balls. A big partnership, 79-run partnership. McDavid is on 51. Santosh is on 38. So gone, Nathaniel David. Innings finally comes to an end. Caught behind by Daniel Williams. Let's take a look at that. And now finally the breakthrough comes off the bowling of Parth Patel. It's 123 for 2.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी
रखूँ.
and then
हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी। MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट।
Equa Craig comes to the middle. 123 for 2 now, the Carolina Eagles, with 66 required from 47 deliveries.
So Craig comes to the middle. He joins Santi Santosh. We've seen a very good knock from Nathaniel McDavid. Comes to an end, 51. Off the bowling of Parth Patel. Parth Patel and Malay Singh would have picked up 1 apiece. Yeah, there we go. These moving mobile bicycles are becoming so popular these days. You see them at every street corner now, Matt. So we're watching Parth Patel will come into bowl to Craig. So the USPL well and truly on. We've seen some exciting cricket. We've seen some top performers from bowlers and batsmen. We made point that the batting has been good today, but we also saw Adil Naushawan picking up a 4-wicket haul. So there has been opportunities and certainly a performance to highlight here and there. And Adil Naushawan, top all-rounder. So 66 to win from 45. Things have slowed down here a bit, Matt. Since the departure of McDavid, we haven't seen Santosh on strike for a bit. It's all Craig and Parth Patel. So ball tugged into the onside. Nathan Stewart.
God with him. Direct hit in the end. And Brian Kane took a while to process it and decides to raise the finger. Yeah, definitely looks short there, Equa Craig. May have gotten a slight deflection off of Parth and onto the stumps. But Equa Craig departs without scoring. 123 for 3, and that's a twist into this tale, perhaps. We've seen the loss of McDavid and now the loss of Craig in the same over, and Parth Patel has not conceded a run as yet. 66 from 44. Game on still.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Abhishek Maid is the new man in. Santi Santosh will be the man on strike. Finally, he's on strike, but he's witnessed 2 wickets fall in this over. Santosh guides this one down for a single to get Maid on strike. Santi Santosh will have to play a big role now, you feel.
Yeah, Craig might have been undone by his own equipment. Whether or not that probably played a part, it appears so. So the helmet has been quite prominent in what has happened here in this game, Matt. We saw penalty runs. You have never witnessed that in your life. And we saw the run out of Craig. So Abhishek made 65 to win from 43 balls. You get the feeling that the Titans are fighting back with a couple of wickets in this over. And Parth Patel he's bowled brilliantly in this over so far. He's only given up a single run. And things have happened in this over. His first over would have gone for 7. So relative to that, we're seeing a good spell here from Parth Patel. 65 to win from 43 balls.
Eluding Daniel Williams.
So we'll have to wait and see if this came off the bat. There was a big shout of catch it, and it may have. So a run to Abhishek made. 13 overs gone, 125 for 3.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी
रखूँ.
and then
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी। MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट।
So at 125 for 3, 64 to win from 42 balls. Santosh, she's on 39. And we're down to the last 7 overs or 42 balls, 64 to win. Oh, inside edge onto the stump. And that's the end of Abhishek Maid. It's 125 for 4. Here we go. Yeah, looking to cut through the offside. He gets a big inside edge. And that's the end of Maid. It's 125 for 4, Matt.
Wicket starting to tumble here now. We saw McDavid, we saw Craig, and now Maid is gone. Fighting back here are the New Jersey Titans.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So it's 125 for 4. Armin comes to the middle. We're in the 13th over. At the end of Titans 13 over, Matt, they were batting at 113 for 4. And so 64 still needed from 41 balls. New man out in the middle. The leg spinner Armin. And Rahul Mishra, good first ball into this over.
Okay.
Oh, a big swing, doesn't time it well into the pad. And so some very good bowling here from Rahul Mishra.
Couple of good deliveries here from Rahul Mishra to Rushi Amin. Amin down the ground for a single. Run rate creeping up now on the Carolina Eagles. They need 9.9 and over, almost 10. And Santi Santosh, the set man, has not really been getting the strike lately, with wickets falling all around him. Rahul Mishra's only gone for 1 in this over and picked up the wicket of Abhishek Maid. Santi Santosh on strike on 39. Gets this one away for just a single. Hands things over to Rushi Amin. Pressure now on the Carolina Eagles. It's been a very spirited fight back by the New Jersey Titans to pick up the wickets that they have and to really pull this game back right when they thought that it was slipping away from their fingers. Rushi Amin plays this one up and they'll hustle through for a quick single. Direct hit again, but this time Rushi Amin well safe.
So 14 overs gone. It's 128 for 4. With Amin and Santi Santosh out in the middle.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Navin Short back into the attack, going for some experience. So the captain takes the ball himself. 3 overs for 32 so far. But a different stage of the game now.
So at the end of 14 overs, it was 121 for 4 when the Titans were batting, Matt. And now it's 128 for 4. Very similar. Perhaps the Eagles ahead by 7 runs at this juncture of the game. Navin Stewart, you're right on that. Lots of experience. He comes in to bowl to Amin, who's not been there for some time. He's just come to the crease and he gets a single. And hands the strike over to Santi Santosh. He's played a good hand, Santosh. But this hand will have to translate into the next 60 runs from 35 balls. This is the important part of things.
In the air from Santosh, fielder takes the catch. Navin Short, he has a knack for taking big wickets and he's done so again here today. Santi Santosh departs. Let's look at this one again. In the air for a long time. Well taken catch in the end. And a big breakthrough there for the New Jersey Titans.
So Deep Patel, well judged catch, waited a long time. And those catches, Matt, sometimes they're not simple as they look. In the end, holds on. And Navin Stewart has struck. It's 129 for 5.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So new man out in the middle, Anand Churi, the captain. And Matt Navin Stewart, you made a point. We've seen him so many times. He will come in and break big partnership, take out some big batters, and he has certainly taken out Santi Santosh, who was beginning to look a bit concerning for the New Jersey Titans. So he's gone. And now it's up to Rushikesh, Amin, Anand Churi, and the others to come. 59 to win from 32. Oh, that's a quality delivery here. And then Churi can score. 130 for 5, 59 to win from 31.
So driven up. Just a single. That won't hurt the Titans, you feel, given they need 11.6 and over. Very good over comes to an end from Navin Stewart. 131 for 5, 5 overs to go.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूंगा.
कितनी बार बोला है ऐसे मत लीड
So,
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी
रखूं.
and then
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So Deep Patel comes back for his second spell. The first over mat went for 12. They need 58 from 30 balls. Oh, struck well. That's a lovely shot from Anand Churi. And that's gone across the road. That's 4 runs from the captain. And brings the equation down to 54 to win from 29. Take a look at that ball, Matt.
Well, if you want a definition for a captain's knock, just know that Anand Churi will have to play one. That's all I'll tell you. Got that one? Got that one.
But you haven't answered the question I've been asking you all day. What's a captain's knock? How is it different from somebody else's knock?
It's just the title that goes along with being a captain. You have that added responsibility. Look at Navin Strode. Brought himself back into the attack and got the wicket of Santi Santosh. Just think of it from a batting perspective. The captain's got to do the heavy lifting here. At this stage, he's got to lead his team. And that's what Anand Churi's got to play here.
Yeah, well taken single. Every run will count and every run will add to what is heading to a very exciting finish. 53 to win from 28 balls. Rushi Amin, 136 for 5. 53 to win from 28 balls. So ball worked into the offside. 6 in this over so far. The Matt at this juncture of the game, 11.5 runs needed per over from here. Of course, those numbers will change. It could get higher, it could get lower. It could remain most of the time. It doesn't remain fixed. And so a good comeback delivery here from Deep Patel. 2 balls remaining in this over. This over's gone for 6.
Yeah, good from the New Jersey Titans. 52 from 26, 6-run over, not gonna hurt them at all. And another dot ball here from Deep Patel. This is good bowling from him.
Yeah, good comeback for Deep Patel in this over. The first ball would have gone for 4, but look, he has come back extremely well. Top edge to the keeper. One of the simplest catch a man with glove could take. And so that's the end of Anand Churi. He comes and goes very quickly. It's 137 for 6. Take a look at that. Taking evasive action. And an easy catch for the keeper, Daniel Williams. Another wicket goes down.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the cricket. And we're beginning to see a turn of events here in favor, perhaps, of the New Jersey Titans. With Carolina Eagles, they're batting at 137 for 6. At one stage, Matt, they're 118 for 2, so things have really developed. Not too good for them as Sri Parma has come to the middle. Parth Patel will be the bowler, will come into bowl to Amin. 52 to win from 24 balls. Oh, just gonna say a single, and that one has gone for 4. Would you believe that?
Poor fielding here. Right through him. Couldn't stop the 4 the second time either. So boundary to Rishikesh Amin, who goes up to 9.
So 48 from 23. So much chatter in the field. The batters, they're making their own commands and their own demands. The fielders, they're saying something else. It gets pretty noisy out in the middle, right? 142 for 6. 47 to win from 22. Sri Parma comes into strike. Oh, look at that. Sri Parma doesn't stick around too long. He gets going off the very first ball that he faces. Take a look.
That's what they need. Sri Parma has to get going quickly, and he does so here. First ball has hammered it straight for 6 into the parking lot. And Parth Patel being put under some pressure by Sri. 11 off the over already. 3 deliveries still to go.
So 41 to win from 21. In some Premier League, Matt, this is a walk in the park. 41 to win from 21. But we've seen Sri Parma before. We know he can strike the ball. We've seen him in this tournament. So there we go, USPL Phase 2. This is match number 8. The Titans taking on Eagles. And speaking of the schedule, let's see what we've got next Saturday. Next Saturday, Florida Sharks, winner of Phase 1, will take on the Caolina Eagles. The team batting here, Sri Parma and the men. And then in the afternoon game, Mavericks will take on Washington Hawks. So a blockbuster doubleheader next Saturday, man. It's 148 for 6 now. Palmer, that's a lovely shot, straight down the ground. And that's 4 more.
Another good shot from Sri Parma. This one not going for 6, but he gets the next best thing, and it's 4. And a big over this from Parth Patel. 15 off it. Sri Parma fighting back here. From the Caolina Eagles, 37 from 20. What can happen here? Parth Patel to Sri Parma. Short swing and a miss, and through it goes to Daniel Williams.
So 15 off this over from Parth Patel. Not a good one here for Titans, but a very good one here for the Caolina Eagles. They're going at 8.7. Still a bit of a gap of what is required. Required about 12 runs and over. Smashed in to the offside, over the offside actually. And that has gone away for another CBTF maximum off the bat of Sri Parma. 158 for 6. 31 from 3 overs. And we're down to the last 18 balls, Matt. Where is your money? What is your predictor saying now with 31 to win from 3 overs?
I think 50-50 at this stage. Sri Parma hitting it and hitting it quite nicely. But still work to be done for the Caolina Eagles. Still they need over 10 and over.
So it looks like Deep Patel. Deep Patel will continue. 2 overs. No min 1 for 18. He's giving a chance. Accepted, and that's the end of Rushikesh Amin. So it's 158 for 7.
Big swing from Rushikesh Amin. Paid the price in the end. He's gone for 10. It's 158 for 7. Deep Patel coming back at a crucial stage. Gets the wicket.
So 31 to win from 17 balls.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Stray Palmer will be on strike. Ravish Kanchi has walked to the middle. Ahmad, for the benefit of Carolina Eagles, they'll be happy that Stray Palmer would have crossed during the course of that dismissal. Batsmen don't have too many time doing that. By October the 1st, the law will change. If you get out, has nothing to do with your crossing. The new batter will come in and face. So if this match was played on October the 2nd, Kanchi would have been facing this ball. But for now, Stray Palmer gets a lifeline. And if he can strike the ball as we saw in the last over, 31 for a win from 17 balls, we have a match on our hands.
This one played up by Stray Palmer, thinking of 2. They're going to come back. And quite easily in the end, so a couple more to Stray Palmer. Takes him up to 18 off just 5 deliveries. How crucial could his innings be come the end of the game?
Yes, Stray Palmer he's a ever improving player. When we saw him a couple of years ago, he was primarily a fast bowler. But his batting has really come on. This one into the onside, finds the gap, beats the fielder. And Stray Palmer is giving Carolina Eagles a chance. Take a look. So hammered into the onside. The placement was perfect. The power was enough. And the rest is 4 runs on the board. So Palmer has brought this game in touching distance. And 25 to win from 15 balls. It's all Palmer or nothing. Oh, pulled away into the onside. That has gone away for 4. And so this man is bringing it home for the Carolina Eagles so far.
Stray Palmer coming in and playing quite an inning so far. 7-ball assault of 26. 21 required from 14. All of a sudden, it's not so difficult anymore.
So 21 to win from 14 balls. You can hear the shout from the players' pavilion. Here is Palmer. Oh, he's gone. And so the index finger from umpire Venkat comes up. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, so that's the end of Stray Palmer. It's 168 for 8. So very important knock comes to an end. 26 from just 8 balls. 3 fours and a couple of sixes off the bat of Stray Palmer. And perhaps Matt with as Stray Palmer walks back to the dugout here. Maybe the hopes of a Carolina Eagles win here this afternoon disappears with him.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So ball turned into the onside. Pujan Modi looking for a couple of runs. They scamper back, and that will complete over number 18. So 19 to win from 12 balls. 19 to win from 12 balls. 18 overs gone, 170 for 8.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
to get 19 runs. Oh, this one is struck and struck well. Will not find a gap. Long off does well to keep the ball in play, keep the ball to only a single. And that brings Pujan Modi onto strike. 18 to win from 11 balls. It's 171 for 8. We've seen good cricket today. We've seen a lot of runs scored. And this one comes down to the very end. 18 to win from 11 balls. Pujan Modi on strike. Parth Patel 1 for 31. This is his fourth. And will come into bowl to Pujan Modi. 18 to win. Single to Pujan Modi with an asking rate, asking 10 and over. And so 17 mat to win from 10 balls. A boundary will make a big difference in this equation at the moment. And a wicket that falls here, of course, will make a big difference as to the progress by the Carolina Eagles. This is a good contest.
Yeah, and every dot ball will be crucial as well. That'll make a difference. As we see one there from Parth Patel to Kanchi.
So Ravesh Kanchi and Pujan Modi, can they pull Carolina Eagle across the line? Across the line means 17 runs. So Parth Patel is bowling his fourth. It appears Deep Patel may be given the final over, considering Malay Singh and Navin Stewart had bowled out. Deep has picked up 3. We're watching Parth Patel runs into bowl to Kanchi. Oh, he should have done a lot more with a ball. That was shortish of a length. Looking for runs, Matt?
Yeah, but this has been a brilliant penultimate over from Parth Patel. Just 2 off it. 3 consecutive dot balls. Pressure on Ravish Kanchi. 17 from 7 deliveries.
Yeah, he gives up, so gets a bit of an inside edge and one of the easiest run outs, almost a give up run out. So that's the end of Kanchi. He goes run out. It's 172 for 9.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा,
इतनी
कर
बार
लूँगा.
बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी
रखूँ.
and then
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So 172 for 9. They need 17 in the last 6 balls. Jigar Patel comes to the middle. Pujan Modi will be on strike. Deep Patel, as expected, Matt, has been given the ball. A very good performance from Deep Patel today. We saw him earlier with the bat. He's picked up 3 so far. And Pujan Modi gets a single and brings the equation down 16 from 5 balls. What do you do here?
Just try and get every run possible. There isn't really much of a set man. "16 from 5. Gets this one away, but protection down there. Straight to Marvin Stewart. Single to Jigar Patel. Gets Pujan Modi on strike. 15 from 4. Fine start to things from Deep Patel.
And Matt, if the Titans win here, I think that's a couple of win. High in the air. Oh, that's a good catch. That seals it for the New Jersey Titans. So they emerge victorious. Last nail in the coffin. And that's an excellent judge catch there by the fielder. 174 all out. Pujan Modi goes. Matthew and the commentators that worked the field today. Want to wish you all the best and join us back on Saturday. But don't go away. You want to know who's the MVP, the player of the match. You would want to stick around for another 10 or 15 minutes. But the news is Titans won by 14 runs. And a couple of wins for them in phase 2.
Welcome to the post-match presentation here at Match 8, where we had the Carolina Eagles versus the NJ Titans. I have with me Sandeep Singh, the founder of USPL. You know, Sandeep, I mean, what a day it's been. I mean, we've had so much talent, you know, being showcased. It's week 2, still the beginning stage. We still have a month of cricket left.
Well, this was another stunner of a game, and I think in past 2 days we found at least 4 or 5 USPL finds, which will obviously push out in next few days. But again, stunner of a game, amazing game. I think everybody put their heart into it, and I'm very glad that everybody is enjoying it as well.
Well, the NJ Titans have beat the Carolina Eagles by 14 runs, and I have with me the man of the match, Deep Patel, for his 25 runs and 4 wicket haul. Deep, congratulations on the man of the match award. You know, adding in some runs to get to the team to a good total, and then going in there and really, taking out that middle order and the tail enders. How does it feel?
It feels pretty great, it was like pretty close game. Always feels good to deliver at the end. Yeah, like I said, after the first over I was a little bit down, but Skip backed me up and then I bounced back.
Yeah, tell me, I know this is your second match here with the USPL, and being under some great experienced players, how are you enjoying it, and how is it helping your cricket?
I feel like this is a pretty good environment, as in cricket all over. And there are pretty good competitions as well. So like day by day, the game gets better. That's what I believe.
Well, congratulations and thank you, and all the best on the award. Next, I would like to call the winning skip, Naveen Stewart of the NJ Titans. Well, Naveen, you talked about you had changes in the squad, and you guys come out and get another result like this. How does it feel?
Oh, it's an amazing feeling. Obviously, must say well played today. Carolina Eagles, they jumped us a bit there. They played some really good cricket. Like I said, the competition between both teams, like all the teams, is very, very good in this tournament. There are some fantastic unknown talent that is being displayed, and must big up the USPL for this initiative. It's nice leading the boys. we knew that once we stayed calm, we have some experience um, within the ranks, and when the pressure was on, is all about keeping the cool head. Like Deep would have alluded to the fact that he didn't start particularly well, but we backed him. We backed him as well as Spat, who bowled amazingly well for us. He didn't get the wickets. Deep did got the wicket, but I think Rahul Mishra as well as is it Pat?
Yeah.
You know, those were the outstanding bowlers as we executed coming on in the clutch moments.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Parth, especially that 13th over, which was the game changing, right? They were only one wicket with 123 runs on the board, and that over, getting that wicket, and especially that run out in that over. After that, the momentum really decreased for that side.
Yeah, it was all about creating the pressure. Like I keep telling the guys, cricket is about um, exerting pressure and absorbing pressure. The Carolina Eagles put us under some pressure, so it was our turn to absorb. And once we got that little bit of a luck there, to be honest, with that run out, it was a game changer for us, and we never stepped the foot off the gas. The guys, you could see they have that bit between the teeth, the hunger in the eyes. They have that killer instinct, and that is what got us over the line here.
Well, 2 wins in the bag. All the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Again, big up to the Carolina Eagles. They gave us a good game, and well played, Skip.
I would like to call the Carolina Eagles skip Anand Jury. Anand, another day. You guys had an amazing start there. We were speaking about that 13th over where the momentum just totally changed. I mean, it was a game changer for them. And you guys, especially having that great start, unfortunately, the incoming batsmen just weren't able to get going.
Correct. Yeah, we were kind of cruising at a point, but some things went against us. You have to factor that in, and definitely, the Titans played really well. They held their composure. We have to just work on the missed opportunities because we were involved in 2 close games, and unfortunately we won the losing side. But yeah, that's something we need to learn from.
Yeah, and speaking of the learnings, what are some positive takeaways you can take in? Obviously, it's 2 losses, but we still have a lot of cricket, a lot more matches for you guys to make a comeback.
Correct. We have a pretty good bowling attack, and it's just that sometimes someone doesn't click, but we do have backups. So I will take that as a positive that people are putting their hands up and saying that, hey, you know what, I'll bring it on. Batting wise, we have a good strength. It's just that once you're set, we need to kind of take it to the end rather than just thinking about someone else will finish. So that's one of the positives I'll take. Yeah.
Well, all the best for the next week.
Thank you so much.
So that's it here. We're from week 2, the second day here on Sunday. Next week, we have the week 3 of the CBTF USPL Phase 2. Until then, enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week.